guys, it's Sophie. So today I wanted to talk to you about one book in particular, and you guys know that every now and again if I read a book and it really affects me or I think it's really good, that I will just immediately start to tell you all about it, and this is one of those times. So I showed you, I think in my haul video I showed you that I picked up Prelude to Bruise by Saeed, and I didn't really know all that much about it. I was a bit rubbish and didn't really say anything. But this is a collection of poetry, and it's gorgeous. We'll talk about that in a minute, but it sort of centres around the idea of sort of bodies and lovers, as well as mothers, and concepts of gender, what it means to be a man or a boy. The author also speaks about sort of the experience of dressing in the other gender's clothing, and the experience of being gay, and with all of that, which is obviously a lot, there's also this really strong theme of race, and how all of those complicated things all weave in together. Yeah, if any of that sounds of interest to you, then I think you might already want to go buy this, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to read you some of the lines and some of the poems in here, because it's stunning. I'm going to read you the very first poem in the collection just to start things off, to try and give you the experience I had, I think. I thought I was going to kind of like it, and then I read the poem and I was like, wow. So we'll start with that. The poem's called Anthracite. A voice mistook for stone, jagged black fist thrown miles through space, through the doors of dark matter. Heard you crack open the field skull where you landed. Halo of smoke ruined the sky, and you're a body now, naked and bruised in the cratered cotton. Could have been a meteorite, except for those strip-mined eyes, each a point of fossilised night. Bringing water and a blanket, I asked, which of your lives is this, third or fifth? And your answer, blues, a breeze to soak my clothes in tears, with my palm pressed to your lips, hush. When they hear you, they will want you. Beware of how they will want you. In this town, everything born black also burns. And I was just completely and utterly blown away, and continue to be blown away throughout reading it. The language is stunning and it's so powerful. It's fierce writing. It really is, and there's such a kick to it. I had, whilst reading several of these poems, just goosebumps just come up on the final lines. Saeed Jones, this is his first collection, is a master of finishing lines of poetry, and I love that. I love the way that the final sort of few lines of the poem sort of wrap around the sense of the entire thing, and I always enjoy a solid, sharp ending to a poem, and I think these are absolutely brilliant. I'm going to find another one for you, sort of on a slightly different kind of topic, just to give you, again, a sense of what's in here. Okay, so this one is called Pretending to Drown. The only regret is that I waited, longer than a breath, to scatter the sun's reflection with my body. New stars burst upon the water when you pulled me in. On the shore, our clothes begged us to be good boys again. Each stick our feet touched, a snapping turtle, each shadow a water moccasin, excuses to swim closer to one another. I sank to the depths to see you, as the lake saw you, cut in half by the surface, taut legs kicking, the rest of you sky. Suddenly still, a clear view of what you knew I wanted to see, and when I resurfaced, slick grin, knowing glance, you pushed me back under. I pretended to drown, and I swallowed you whole. So there's some that read sort of like love poems, but I don't know, it's tricky. I tend to think sometimes poems can be more like snapshots of an event and a sense or a feeling or an emotion that's sort of captured in there, and that's kind of what I feel these are. So they aren't necessarily, I don't think, sort of love odes to one particular person, but to that feeling and that emotion. I thought they're brilliant. I just got one more that I really want to share with you, that is a little bit sort of darker even than the first one was, I think, just to show you again that sort of fierceness that's in this collection. This one's called Apologia. If I started with the words, he made me, not like he created me, not like with my clothes off you can still see his thumbprints in the clay that became my skin. No. If I started with, he made me, lick the taste of bullet from the barrel of his revolver, would you use your body to guard my body tonight? The roof has been ripped off, and the stars refuse to peel their stares from my bruises. I didn't mean he, as in God. I meant the man I traded you for. So yeah, once again, Prelude to Bruise, Saeed Jones. If you're into poetry, if you like the sound of any of those, go and buy this collection. It's stunning. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye. I would take Mark Danielowski on a road trip. And I would somehow learn how to drive because I can't drive, but I would make sure that he couldn't get out and run away and leave and be all enigmatic and sneaky. And I would try and convince him to take me to the house with the door that shouldn't be there.